Hey everyone, this is Professor Chan for Math 1245 speaking. Today I'm going to be going over section 2.6. There's a little bit of items that I forgot to talk about, but they should be pretty straightforward, okay? So the situation that I want to talk about in 2.6 is you have something called combinations of functions. So the idea is they're going to give you two functions, and your job is to do specific operations, such as adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. So here we have two functions. I have f of x, which is 2x plus 3, and g of x, which is x minus 1. So I'm being asked to do the following. So I'm being asked to add the two functions, and I'm going to be asked to multiply the two functions. So here, this isn't very difficult, okay? All you need to do is just do the following operations. So I have f plus g, right? So if I add those together, so I have 2x plus 3 plus x minus 1, and that equals 3x plus 2. Okay, and that's it. So that'll be your answer for f plus g. If I'm being asked to do f times g, okay, so one of the things that can be a little bit difficult is you just want to make sure you remember certain basic items. So notice I'm being asked to multiply two binomials. So remember that we will need to do a double distribution, or we'll FOIL like this. So I'll take my 2x, multiply across. So I have 2x squared minus 2x plus 3x minus 3. And then I'll combine like terms. So I have the negative 2x plus the 3x will be plus x minus 3. And that will be my final answer right here. Okay, so let's do a couple more examples. Okay, so here I have 2x squared minus x minus 3, and then x plus 1. So I'll be asked to subtract. I'm doing a function of f minus g. So I have 2x squared minus x minus 3. We have to be a little bit careful when we subtract. We're subtracting all of this. So I'm doing minus x, right? So this becomes 2x squared minus 2x, and then negative 3 minus 1, which will become negative 4. And that's my final answer right here. Okay. We are now being asked to divide, right? I'm dividing my function f by function g. Now when we're dividing here, okay, we're not going to do like long division. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to try to simplify as much as possible. Okay, so make sure you remember how to factor this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can factor the top. If not, this whole thing stays the same. So the bottom, we don't do much to it. So the top, let's just remember quickly how I factored this right here. So this becomes 2x and x. And then I have, so it's either going to be 1 and 3 or 3 and 1. It's more likely that the 3 is going to be here, right, because I'm going to cancel it out. So I'm going to put the 1 here. And then I'll put the minus and the plus here, okay? Now, just a quick reminder. If you forgot how to factor, remember this. If you're not sure, you can multiply it out, and you should get your result right here. So, for example, if I do 2x times x, I get 2x squared, okay? If I have 2x times 1, I get 2x. If I have negative 3 times x, I'm going to get negative 3x. And negative 3 times 1, I'll get negative 3. Notice when I combine my middle terms, hopefully everyone sees this, right? I have the same exact result as what I had before. So if you multiply your factors, it should be your original problem. So that is how you always know you have the correct answer. So here's my factored form. So I have 2x minus 3 over x plus 1. So my x plus 1's cancels. So I'm left with 2x minus 3. Okay. So let's do one more example. So let's take a look at this one. So notice I have two rational functions. I have f minus g. So just remember some basics. When I am subtracting a fraction, you need to make sure they have the same denominator. Otherwise, you need to make sure you need to use an LCD. Okay, since the denominators are the same, that means we can just subtract the top. So I have 3x minus 2x is x. And then 1 minus negative 4. Be careful, that becomes plus. So I'll be plus 4. That will become 5. Okay? I need to make sure I simplify this. So I realize I can factor the bottom as x minus 5, x plus 5. And I can cancel out. So I'm left with 1 over x minus 5 as my final answer. Okay. So I'm going to do the very last problem, which is f divided by g. So how do I divide this? I'm going to divide 3x plus 1, x squared minus 25, divided by 2x minus 4 over x squared minus 25. Remember, when you divide a fraction, the second one's going to flip. And then this cancels. And this becomes 3x plus 1, 2x minus 4. And we can't simplify anymore, so that's it. Okay. So as you can see, combinations of functions isn't that difficult. The thing, like I would say the concept itself isn't difficult. You're just being add, subtract, multiply, divide. The thing that will trip people up is you need to make sure the aspect that you need to remember certain basics, right? How do you add and subtract, multiply, divide fractions? How do you add, subtract, multiply, divide polynomials with each other? And also how you add, subtract, multiply, divide radicals, okay? So you want to make sure you remember how to do that. If you don't, please post that on the message boards, okay? But other than that, I will see you guys later.